Hello and welcome back to WitchFire, and I haven't played this in a minute, but they recently did the update, and I'm sorry that I'm a little late for that, but I forgot to keep up with the updates on it. It seemed like it kept getting pushed back, but here we are. And I wanted to start this series off with the gun reviews because that's probably the most exciting thing, aside from the additions to the maps. I was kind of hoping they would add a new map, but they didn't. They did add a bunch to the maps, but that's for a separate video. But the first gun I wanted to start with, which is probably not the best idea because I think it is the strongest of the guns that were added, and it's the HangFire. Now, in my original tier lists, I put the Hunger at S tier because it was all around the best gun from the base, what we had before. But with this update, the HangFire puts the Hunger to fucking shame, and it's like no contest. As far as ease of use and easy to get your damage out, you don't have to be really good with your shots, and it's much easier to get value out of this thing's abilities as opposed to that Hunger where if you want to get use out of that tier 3, you have to get, all the headshots and then hit, on that first reload. This takes that out of account. So just overall ease of use, ammo economy, damage, status buildup, all this stuff, synergies with spells. I think the HangFire is all around an upgrade from the Hunger. Now at level 1, at level 0, it's kind of just a basic bitch hand cannon. It did feel better than the Hunger as far as like at level 0, but that's not really what matters. At level 1, this thing already beats out Hunger. Bullets lodge into enemies or the environment and explode on reload, which essentially doubles your damage. So already it's as if you doubled your magazine, which makes ammo economy much better. You can kill multiple enemies now with just one reload, which I know you could do with the Hunger, but it's about the same, right? The only difference is this, you don't have to get headshots to get kills. The Hunger very much relies on that. At level 2, the more enemies with lodged bullets, the bigger the damage of each bullet explosion. Well, now it's really good at horde control, especially if you have a bunch of enemies grouped up, because you can hit each of the enemies one time. Whenever you reload, it's going to pop on all those enemies, doing bigger damage, but it's also going to be hitting everything because the explosion is an AoE. So it's as if you hit all those enemies with, 2 shots. Well, more like 6, I guess, if they're all that close. So that puts this thing way over Hunger, in my opinion. And then at level 3, just to add insult to injury, the bullet explosions burn enemies. Now, the burn status effect is interesting because you'd think that that's just for DPS, and it's not necessarily. It does do a little bit of damage. But the big thing about burn is it adds kind of a rend. So if an enemy's on fire, all your bullets from then on are going to do more damage. So this thing buffs itself pretty well. Now, what I meant by synergies is if you wanted to pair this with lightning, you could burn one enemy and have the burn, shock that enemy. The lightning will go to other enemies, and all the enemies are on fire now. Although I don't think that's the best synergy because this thing already has explosions that burn. So it's already AoE. I don't think it really needs the lightning to help out spread that burn. But one thing I do like to pair with it is Frost, if you're going for more of a DPS play. Because if you freeze an enemy that's on fire, they'll pop and do even more damage. Now, as far as synergies, I think that's probably a good one. I do like the bell with this. And of course, the new heavy spell we got, the Stake of Fire, or whatever it's called, where just doing damage to enemies will cause that totem to kind of pop and do even more damage. So if you pair this with like Frost Cone or Frost Stiletto, which I don't think is all that great, pair it with Frost Cone, shoot the enemies, they'll burn up from the bullets, and then they'll also be getting popped by that totem. So, all in all, if I had to rate this thing, damage, S tier, ammo economy, S tier. The stun power is really, really good on this thing. As far as, boss takedown, this thing's a monster. Its fire rate isn't that bad. The reload speed, especially if you find that, the whatever it's called, the Arcanum that makes you reload faster, absolutely insane. Its synergies are pretty good. So all in all, the only thing that is a negative is the clip size, which can be improved by various means, mostly just the Arcanum. But honestly, being that this gun's gimmick is reloading, I don't think it needs that big of a clip size, because you're gonna be reloading just to pop the extra damage anyway. So all in all, I mean, this thing just, it beats the Hunger into the dirt so hard, in my opinion, that it launches the Hunger down into B tier because of how S tier this fucking gun is. So I'll probably have some footage up. You can enjoy the rest of it or click off here if you're just interested in learning about the gun. Otherwise, have yourself a nice day. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.